Well, wow.
Hi guys. We had some technical difficulties,
Yeah, we're on.
but the Mevo is not working.
Yeah, the thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a bit
Oh, my.
complicated. The
Oopsie. Yeah.
whole shebango. So I think we can see people's comments if they comment. But yeah, where our image is a bit flipped. Yeah, Keys is here. Pants off, dance off.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Keys, you are solidly.
That's good news.
You are solidly you, Keys. It's good to see.
Yeah, good.
How'd it go at the Dr. Jen? Hope you're okay.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry we didn't.
Happy
put a pan
Friday
in.
Eve, Richard. Yes,
Yeah.
welcome aboard. I don't understand why this light is not getting on you. What's wrong with you? Could you lean forward maybe an inch there?
I'm in
See,
my
you're
light.
In your light.
Yeah, find your light.
Find your light.
We
Get
have
in
been
it.
sitting here trying to get the camera to connect,
Yeah.
but it just wouldn't. So don't think
Hello,
that
Joan.
we were, I mean, we may seem like we're slackers,
Sally.
but we just
Yes.
so are not.
I would have been
Oh,
on
wait.
time, and I did have the special logo for today.
What about if I put a lampshade on my head?
Well, I don't think that's such a good idea.
I'll
Although
just put it on for a little bit.
it is a real party starter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
There you go.
Yeah, she's got the lampshade, and that's the gaffer tape that Jake fixed it with, because we love gaffer tape here at Jerryville.
Oh, that's actually
Is that
muffler
not?
water heater tape.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. What's the tape on the other side? Is that gaffer tape?
The same. No,
Oh,
it's the same.
well, I like to fix my stuff with gaffer tape.
It's heat
Okay.
resistant. We
So
put gaffer tape will catch
this is-
right.
okay, this is-
Jerry, I'm talking.
Oh, Jerry. Well, I'm quite excited because I've got a lampshade on my head.
Yes, well, I'm excited too.
Oh,
Go ahead.
God.
Quite right.
Well, I just
Quite
was going
right.
to say,
well
so
done.
this was a lampshade in my apartment before I got together with Jake.
What a
And then-
coincidence.
And then, yes, well, it's just like, this thing could be retired, but this is how sustainable Jake is. He wanted to keep this.
Well, that's
It's
the
not
lamp.
a very good hat.
That's the
It's
lamp
like-
from your apartment as well.
Yeah, no. Okay, I look like a lamp a lamp that got drunk. Okay, that's enough of the lampshade on my head. I just thought that would be a fun way to start the show.
Anyway, hopefully-
and then it got me yelled at by this guy. All right, you say what you were going to say.
You've got to leave room. You leave a bit of room, Jerry.
For a guy,
Yeah,
leave a bit of
I would
room
just
for a
say-
man.
On a lamp like that, where the bulbs are so close to the shades, you don't. Duct tape, I was worried, would melt or overheat or be a real problem. Anyway, you've been to the grocery store. California, we're locking back down. How do you feel about it?
Well, we're not
Good?
locking. Well, I know. I mean, the grocery store was a bit depressing. Number one, there were too many people there, and they weren't properly social distancing. And it was Whole Foods, which I'm not a fan of, but there was things I needed to get, and it was close, and it worked time-wise, so I did Whole Foods. And then there are more bits that are sort of, they've sort of shuttered them because now we don't sell, olives, and now we don't sell blah, blah. So the more things you see, and I suppose that's what it's like living in, probably present day Russia, not even Soviet USSR Russia. But I mean, I'm sure their supermarkets are way more depressing than our supermarkets.
Well, and they're already voting in our next presidential election.
Yeah,
That's
they're
exciting
already
for
in
them.
control. Yeah, when they're
Yeah.
not very popular with us right now. But I have to say, so the grocery was a little depressing, but there was a good story. It was actually yesterday, or maybe it was Tuesday in the Times, about all the incredible data that's coming out about air pollution and climate change with us being in this sort of enforced lockdown, and how we're really getting to see, the models are always saying, well, if we stop driving cars, this is what would happen. Well, guess what? We stopped driving cars, and so rather than modeling it. Anyway, so the Republican governor of Maryland is into the data that's coming out and talking about electric cars of the future and teleworking, so we're not all commuting. And I was like, go Larry Hogan. Nicely done.
Yeah, well, I'm not ready to go electric cars, but so we're going back to.
We
we're
have
going
an
back. I think
electric
Is California going back to lockdown or
Yeah, we're
or
shutting the
just
bars.
LA?
We're shutting the bars.
the whole state?
No, it's the counties.
LA County is shutting the bars. We're shutting the restaurants too.
And the beaches. I
And
mean,
the
I'm going
beaches.
to the beach tomorrow. I might not be here for the show, guys, because I might be at the beach.
Yeah, that's what she threw down this afternoon when I was trying to get the camera to work for the show. She was like, wow, we're taking tomorrow off. I go, well, I don't think I am, but she may.
Yeah, I may have to be, but except they're shutting the beaches. They're doing a weird thing where they're not actually coming right out and saying they're shutting it, because I think they have to sort of walk this fine line because they think there's going to be mutiny. Oh, I keep on looking at the other camera.
Hey,
I need
no,
to be
you
looking
gotta
at.
look
Oh,
right
over
there.
there. Okay, there we go. But they there's no car parks, and then they're really trying to stop people. When I was up in Malibu yesterday, they had all these signs saying no parking July 3rd through the 6th. So they're really trying to stop people.
So they may just be shutting the beaches for the 4th of July weekend.
Yes, yeah, because they otherwise everyone's going to be on them, on each other, and maybe
Breathing
more.
on each other.
Yeah,
Breathing on each other.
that was what
Right
my
next-
demonstration was. Me
But is that how you
breathing
breathe
on you
when you're around other people? Like when we... I think
Not
you've
as
forgotten what
horribly
it's
as
like
that.
to go out and socialize, because we don't just like,
Go,
how are you doing? How are you?
No, creepy old geezers do that, but I don't.
No.
I just was doing that to make a point. I think you know that, Jerry. I think you're being pedantic with me.
Sometimes exaggeration for comic effect is effective, and sometimes it's lost.
What I was doing was exaggeration, and then you were throwing my exaggeration back in my face. Like that was me exaggerating. Me
Oh, was
spraying
it?
the corona.
Oh, was that what you were doing? Let me take your
Oh,
temperature.
God, I don't know
One
if
of
I
us
am
might
gonna
be
let you
sick.
take my temperature.
One of us might be sick.
I'm
Let's
going
see.
off you in a very rapid
what are
rate
you-
right now.
yeah,
I had one telling off already.
98.6. Where are you at with the marriage right now, would you
Oh,
say?
I'd say I'm in the fives. I'm just really...
Fives?
Yeah, I'm sort of...
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's tough.
yeah. Well, it's, I get it. I was talking, but shit, I did have a lampshade on my head. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you did. You really brought it. You
I
really
mean-
brought it for the start of the show.
Yeah,
I'm just a bit depressed because I had a whole plan for the appearance and the logification today, and
Oh, and you
just
can't
things
do
didn't-
it because of
things
stupid...
didn't work out because
Yeah.
the Mevo camera. If anyone from Mevo is watching, you might send me another Mevo because the Mevo that I've got is not functioning.
Oh my
What do you
God,
got?
Ramon, that's fairly
he
personal
say?
information. He's telling us about getting the snip for his wife.
Oh, getting circumcised?
Yes.
His wife wants him to get circumcised?
Or he did. So he's asking the other Cavaliers.
He says he's asking for a friend.
Sorry, Ramon, didn't see that bit.
Oh, well, here, I can tell you this. So, when our daughter was pre-born,
And
when
we
our
didn't
daughter
know
was
if it was
inside
a-
of Belinda, we didn't know.
Daughter or
Yeah.
a son.
Yes.
We don't circumcise in New Zealand. So.
Yes. So, God, now I'm trying to keep up with here. Oh, you can't. Oh, God.
Can you get it on the other screen and I could read it from the other screen?
No. Well, possibly you can get it on here. Anyway, I was just going to say, so you were pregnant with Fanula, but we didn't know it was going to be, we were having a daughter. We thought we might have a son. And so
We weren't finding out was what the thing was. We were going to get a surprise
Yes,
because we
thanks
thought
to-
that would be fun.
thanks to my friend Dave Little, who happens to be watching today.
Right. Oh, hello, Dave. Yeah,
Yes,
that was a really good
great,
idea.
great tip if you're pregnant. Don't find out the gender because it's a little surprise on top of a surprise, as Dave put it. Anyway, so we didn't know, and then the question was, well, if you have a boy, are you going to get him circumcised? And so it's like, wow, what's best for the kid? That's what you'd like to know. Of course, if there's the argument that you want the kid to be like his dad, and I was from a time where everybody got circumcised. I'm not saying I am, but I'm just saying I was from a time when everyone did.
Top
so-
secret, my lips are sealed.
But what you'd like to do is talk to someone who was sexually active with an uncircumcised penis and a circumcised penis, and ask them, hey, which would you prefer? And obviously you're asking them which they would prefer after they've done an irreversible thing. And I was able to find a friend who met that criteria. And I asked him about that. Now, did you know this? Don't say the person's name if you remember. But he had been circumcised as an adult, so he had experienced having sex uncircumcised and then having sex circumcised. And you would think, or I had thought, that there would be more sensation if you were circumcised because you're more exposed. But in fact, he said the opposite. So I would say, Ramon, I think that you should...
Tell your friend.
I think you should tell your friend to keep his normal penis as he was born with, and then look into some kind of makeup effects that would satisfy the aesthetic appearance that his wife wants, or maybe some slip over weird
He's going into
hat
a lot
that you could
more-
put on your penis
yeah. Oh,
to,
yeah, nice
to
little
fool your
hat.
wife. And then you just slip it off right at the moment, because at that point she can't really see it. Boom, it's in, and it's all over, right?
I don't know if I like the story you've just told.
Thursday marriage counseling. Well, I think that it has that. Then that story has in common with a lot of stories that I've told. That after I've told them, you're not sure if you like them or not. So Ramon says, speaking of things we do for our wife, any
yes.
other man here ever gets
Yeah,
circumcised?
it's the same question.
That's the same question.
Yeah,
What happened?
somehow the question stopped at that because it was a showstopper. So Ramon, I hope what Jake's his story is helpful. But yeah, we had such a back and forth about it because I was like, no, you don't circumcise, and if they want to do it later, they can, and blah blah blah.
Darren says we can't release healthy people back into circulation if the virus is out there without some kind of change. And so he may be right. So we may be hiding out here at the daily
Verizon's
briefing
headquarters.
for a while.
Which is, it's sort of fine and it's not. It's just really, it is absolutely aggravating that we all went into lockdown to take care of each other and to take care of ourselves, and they didn't get the testing going. And now they're talking about doing pooling testing the way they did in Wuhan, the way that it allowed them to test 11 million people. I mean, come on, White House, get it together. You are such a bunch of absolute slackers on this coronavirus.
Oh, you and your bad mouthing of our president.
That's all I'm going to say. That was pretty.
So-
I just said White House and slackers.
Yes,
I didn't get too.
of course. You
that
didn't
wasn't
mention
that
anyone
specific.
by... No,
I mean,
no,
it wasn't
not
nearly
at all.
as specific as
no,
you
quite
talking
right.
about a
Quite-
foreskin,
oh,
as opposed to
absolutely,
not
yes.
having a foreskin. That was way more. And then having a little faux foreskin hat to wear.
I don't think I said faux foreskin hat. I
No,
think I
faux
just said
foreskin,
a hat.
yeah.
First I just suggested a little cosmetic kind of makeup, like you draw on a little... Anyway, this is not the way we usually do the daily briefing.
We've got a play in New Zealand called Foreskin's Lament, and it's about a rugby team, and one of them is...
Yes? You're off camera now.
Yeah, there you go.
You're off camera.
Oh, sorry, just let me slide myself back. There we
Yeah.
go. Anyway,
so
the thing that's exciting about the play, I do have to tell everybody this because it's
Good.
about a foreskin,
Quite
and there's
right.
one guy who has an uncircumcised penis, and everyone else has a circumcised one. Is you get to see them all in the shower, so the guys are in the nude in the play. A whole, first 15 rugby team of them. That's quite fun.
Is it?
Well, you don't want to go and see a whole lot of guys. I told you that if I could go back in time, I would go back and see the Greek Olympics where all the boys are doing, the Olympic events in nude.
I thought that was
I
more for
wasn't-
comedic effect than just like you just like looking at penises. Everything we've heard about women is that they don't enjoy that. Anyway, Jen says she's going to get 2 epidural steroid shots next week, and she has a slightly crushed spinal cord in a spot that should self-resolve after the epidurals. Oh, able
God.
to pay
Early. Oh,
and
good.
stick it to my employer.
Oh,
Good for you.
yes,
Stick it to your
great.
employer for those epidurals.
Way to go,
Yeah.
Jen.
Yeah,
Nicely
stick
done.
it to the employer.
Yeah, well done.
Will every Thursday be Medical Advice Thursday? Well, I can't say for sure, but if there's any other questions, I'm just scrolling down. So someone's suggesting you could put the foreskin back on, but I don't think anyone's really figured out how to reinstall that.
Oh, this is the really funny one, though. So we know this guy who bought a house up in Malibu, and his real estate agent gave him a telephone number to call one day. And when he called it, there was an acronym, and answer. This is the DCL blah blah, or F something or other. And it was for these guys who had been circumcised, but basically wish they hadn't, and they had a support group so they could get together and talk about how incredibly terrible it was to have lost that piece of them and that heightened sexual pleasure because someone made this decision on their behalf, and so they had a special support group. And when the guy who bought the house, sort of asked the real estate agent, and he actually, came out and told him that that's what it was. It was pretty Vagina Fridays.
Yeah. Jen's back. She's on fire.
Yeah.
Caused by falling down steps. So was that it? Was that the end of that story, or did you just get derailed there?
No, that is the end of that story. It was just, so there are actual support groups for men who wish that they had not been circumcised as little babies.
Man,
They're really mad about it.
I've got such bigger fish to fry. No pun intended.
Right. Well, how would you know if you'd been circumcised early? How would you, I mean, I don't know, because obviously if you do it later, it's an elective surgery. You decide if you want to do it.
Ed says that Sarah Silverman says dental hygiene is a big criterion for who to date because she says death seeps through the gums. Well, you do hear that if you gingivitis can be an early indicator or a cofactor with your heart ticker problems. So you want to get on top of
remember when Michael Douglas got mouth cancer and he tried to blame it on,
going down on ladies? Yes, I do remember that.
I did not think that was classy, Michael Douglas, FYI. I thought it was really déclassé.
That was a bit. That was a bit of a misstep on
Mike's. And to say it on a talk show, God. Anyway, do you want to know how I really feel?
No.
Why did you give me that? God,
because
it's a dirty
you
look.
say something, and then if you say something, you let me finish what I'm saying, and then you say your thing instead of just. You can see that I'm in the middle of a sentence.
I can't see you in the middle of a sentence.
No,
these glasses don't work.
Clearly, yeah. Oh.
Okay, that's the second telling off I've just had during this. For not
John's,
waiting. I mean, I suppose that maybe you as the audience are going, God, if only Belinda would shut up and let Jake finish
Please
what he's
don't
saying.
ask anyone.
Yeah, don't tell us.
Anyone.
We don't want to know. We don't want to know. We don't want to know,
John's starting a support group this week for people who got their fingernails cut last week and totally are regretting it.
I like to have mine really short. I can't stand long fingernails.
We do need Dr. Fauci in here.
We do? To tell us what we can do and can't
we don't
do.
have a lot of facts.
Facts about what? I could reel off some facts to you right now, some factoids. Tell me what you wanted some facts about. Yeah. You tell me, darling.
Tell me some facts about dental hygiene.
Well,
when's the last time I went in and got my teeth cleaned yesterday.
Was Dr. Koo all excited about how beautiful your teeth are?
No, because I'd really kind of fallen down on the job a bit with my flossing. This varinus has really taken me off my floss game. Not that I was ever a legend. Dave is asking for more Belinda.
Thanks, Dave. Very sweet of
Yeah.
you. So here's the thing with my dental hygiene. I've told you this, guys, before, but I clean my teeth with baking soda and peppermint oil. And if you want to make it into a paste, like the thing you squirt out of the plastic, but I don't use plastic. I have it in a metal container. And you could put coconut oil if you wanted to make it like a paste. But since I've been using the baking soda or peppermint oil, the hygienist is always very disappointed when she gets to clean my teeth because there's nothing fun on there. I don't have a big plaquey buildup.
Nothing fun.
Yeah, I don't have a, so there's no plaquey buildup. And then, I use a bamboo toothbrush, of course. Unfortunately, it does have plastic bristles. I don't know what those other bristles are that you could, maybe they're whale baleen or,
Uma says she's a fan of the water pick, which Fanula has the water pick. But do you ever use that? I never use
Well, no, because it's Fanulas, and I do know that they're good, but I can't have a water pick because it's a big plastic thing, so I can't have that.
Well,
I can't have an
she has
electric toothbrush.
You don't need one.
Yes, I could just go down and use hers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if Fanula knew I was using a water pick. Hey, but just want to give you guys an update on the daughter-parent situation. So yesterday, and I don't know, Jen, if your one got way better today, but our one today, it's like a different person. She's in a completely good mood. And then I, rather cleverly, and, actually just completely by accident, her final report card for her 9th grade came in the other day. And I forgot to mention it, and she must have got an email as well, and she hadn't looked. So we had a look at it today, and of course,
She killed it.
She absolutely nailed it. And she's in this sweet, charming mood. So we're chatting, we're having a nice time. We went to the grocery store together, and she really did well because, she got diagnosed with a learning thing this year and she got a 4.0, blah, blah. And she managed in math, which, her math teacher was her nemesis.
Oh,
wow.
total nemesis.
Oh, it was such a, yeah.
If
and
I
she
may.
got an... I'm just going to... Okay,
Yes, no,
you
quite
go.
right.
I'm
No.
going to shut up. You go,
No,
darling.
well-
No, you go.
We can take turnsies. How about that? I was going to say I did get a lovely email from Jen about your friend Sharon Quinn and the website that Jen has been on to do her detective work. I'm going to have to forward it to you after. I didn't get a chance for it.
Is it the one with tons of Sharon Quinns on?
No, it was just one. But we don't really get a chance, Belinda and I, to talk much outside of this.
Yeah, this is our only interaction.
Yeah.
During the day.
So Jen sent me that link. Thank you, Jen. And then she also said she'd be happy. She'd love to get on the phone with us and talk about our daughter issues because she's really got it. She's going through it.
Right, because you have a daughter the same age.
Yeah.
That's why I want to know, did she turn the corner today? Because I'm just looking around to see what hat I'm thinking. Oh, we've shown them this, haven't we? The possum cock ring. You've seen that before.
Oh, Alex is online.
Yeah.
He just says 4.0. 4.0. Yes, missed you at coffee this morning, Alex.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive what she did.
And
Alex,
nice-
this is from New Zealand, and ask so it's a special. Jake got it. It's a possum cock
It's a
ring.
novelty item.
Yeah. I don't think in the winter he even used it, but you could put your nose through it. Except you wouldn't like that with your nose.
Yes, thanks,
don't
Jen.
wanna
I'm not
touch
going to
it.
say the site so people can't find me. My God, I'm assuming you've Googled me, Jen.
Oh yeah. Don't.
Please don't. If you do get my phone number, please don't call me by accident. Jen says our house is lovely.
Are you Are you afraid of being called by accident?
Well, no, don't call me on purpose. Yes, please feel free to
Yeah,
call
call
me
me
on
by
accident. I
accident.
don't know how you can prevent accidental phone calls. It was silly of me to ask that. So now, from the Book of Snark, Death and Dying, age doesn't always bring wisdom. Sometimes it comes alone. Quite often, it's pissed off.
Who said that?
That's Anon.
That's quite a good snark. Well, it doesn't come alone, but yeah, I mean, you can't get pissed off about it.
This is from Sir Norman Wisdom.
Is that a real name? Oh, that sounds like a pseudonym to me.
It's hard to say, but there have been a lot of people, so there could be a Sir Norman Wisdom. As you get older, three things happen. The first is your memory goes and can't remember what the other two are.
Ha 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 ha
Yes,
ha ha
that's
ha.
right.
Not that funny.
So it's two old guys. Have you heard this one before? Two old guys sitting around talking, and the one guy says, "Oh, I got this new Alzheimer's medication," and the other guy says, "Oh, really? I'm interested in that. What's it called?" And he goes, "Start naming flowers." And the guy goes, Daisy, Petunia, Rose. He goes, "Rose, that's it, Rose. What's that new Alzheimer's medicine I'm on?" So, I feel like that's a solid joke.
You have told me that joke before.
It's not a bad one,
Yeah, it's not a bad one.
No, but
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
like how you haven't told it on the show before, and I like
No.
how pleased you are that you remembered that joke to tell.
I'm just exciting to have exciting. I'm just excited to
Exciting,
have
you
something.
are exciting.
I'm excited.
You're exciting. You're exciting.
I'm excited
Yeah.
to have something besides that foreskin lore that I was telling earlier. So,
Oh yeah, Hello.
what do you think the marriage is at right now?
Well,
It
it's
seems-
definitely it's gone up from the fives.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
That's
I'd put
good.
it in the high sixes right now.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. I don't stay, I can get a bit, snarked at you, or, no, it wouldn't really be snarked at you, it would be called something else, but, I get over it.
It's a bit in your nature.
Yeah, like you never do.
Would you rather?
Sherry! You're just a little... Wow.
Who's the biggest a-hole on a Thursday? I think it's me. How about a question from the question box?
All right, I'm going to ask you. I don't want to be asked a question.
All right.
Okay, oh, God.
I've read it already. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Would you rather age forward or backwards from this point?
Would I rather age forward or backwards?
Yeah, so it means you'd be
From
dying.
this point?
Yeah, so you'd be dying around
Oh.
the age of 10. If you live till you're 110. Okay, you'd be dying around the age of 20 if you live till you're 100.
Well, no, if I'm backwards, I get to go all the way back to zero.
Oh, yuck! Who would want to do that?
Yeah, well, it starts to get boring around. I
Yeah.
feel like once you got to move back in with your parents, you're like, oh God, this really,
Yeah, this is really sucking.
this isn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
Okay, so-
the backwards through the last 20 years of our courtship and marriage would be awesome.
Well,
So
would-
I would take. I like that.
30? Wouldn't you go for 30 years back, though? And then...
Oh my God.
then it could have turned out
You want to
differently.
ask me the question, but then you want to answer for me. Or you want to interrupt me when I'm answering.
Well-
This is what's not fair.
I'm just thinking.
But you didn't quite let me finish.
Yeah.
Did you?
All right. Yeah, it's really a problem. I can
Back
barely...
down to
yeah.
the fives. No, I'm not going to go back, Alan. Thank you. Alan Havey's weighing in. No, I'm not going to go backwards. I would go forward just because I've already seen the backwards half. But I would have to say if I went back, but the problem is if you go backwards, do you get to change things? Can you do things slightly different? I mean, if I was going backwards, when we got back to the point where you and I were on those first couple dates, I would pitch you hard to not go back and see that guy.
Oh my God, the Prince of Darkness,
Yeah.
the POD.
You don't have to.
Yeah,
call
no,
him that.
don't waste any more time with that guy. You know, the other thing
So
is, I mean, but to have that youth with the wisdom that you have
Yes.
now, you know, I mean, because then, you know, when they say youth is wasted on the young, of course, when you're young, you just hate them saying that. You're like, oh, you know. But as you get older, then you know, you do see it.
there's a few people asking me to be nice to you, or maybe just one.
I think Jake is being pretty. Who said that in big capital
Dave.
letters?
Dave.
Yeah, I know. What is wrong with him, Dave?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not.
I think I can be a bit of a challenge because I do interrupt, and
Uh-huh.
you know, I'm a, you know, I get
Yeah.
excited, and I do things I shouldn't do. I'm going to put on a top hat. I think that will make me be quieter.
That's a top hat that I think I got.
I'd put
at
the lampshade back on.
Disneyland when I was just a when I was
really?
just a boy. Yeah.
It's a 7.5. It'll probably be a bit. Yeah, it's a bit big. I'll have to take my glasses off and let me just.
Oh,
It's a bit like wearing the lampshade.
yeah, it's
It's
nice.
like the lampshade.
And
Yeah.
this is.
Oh, careful, careful.
Let me take this off.
No. Ouch. Ouch, it actually hurts. I'll have
Did
to
it
do it.
create a little vacuum in there?
No. It sort of got caught in my ears and my earrings. Wasn't
So-
very comfy.
so Kevin-
So I'm gonna go with it at a jaunty angle.
Kevin is
yeah, there we go.
Kevin is
There we go.
asking. Oh gosh, now I've got to scroll back up. What advice would 90-year-old Jake say to current Jake, and the same for you? And I have to say, Kevin, that this is speculation on my part because I haven't met 90-year-old Jake yet. But I can tell you that, and I did mention this a week or so ago, talking about. I asked my father when I turned 40. I asked my father what he would have told his 40-year-old self, and he said, "Worry less." And I think that even though I've been really trying to do that for the last 20 years, that I think that that's solid advice looking back is worry a bit less, enjoy yourself a bit more, and really a lot of the things that you take for granted, like your time with your family and your lovable, lovely wife.
Interrupting wife.
Yes.
I'm like the interrupting cow from that joke. Moo.
Do you want to do that joke?
I just did the punchline.
I know, but this is how requests work at the comedy club. Do the interrupting white cow knock knock joke. So you start. You have to start.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting.
Interrupting. Oh God! You don't say interrupting. You say interrupt. Do it again.
No, you do it because I can't. I don't want to do it.
All right, knock, knock.
Now I feel. Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow.
Moo.
Yeah,
That's
that's
how
me.
you do it.
That's me. I'm a, yeah.
It's also.
Okay, that-
would you like to hear another version of that joke? I know the answer is no, but
Okay.
knock knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting ghost.
Interrupting ghost.
Boo.
Yeah, I walked right into that one. I should have just said boo.
It's hard to know. So
yeah.
90-year-old Jake would probably say to current Jake, don't do that knock-knock joke over and over. That's
Yeah,
not so good.
no, but what would he say to you about me, I wonder? What would 90-year-old Jake say to you about me? Are you worrying less? No, you. I think.
Oh,
yeah.
Ramon is saying being told to worry less is like trying to say to a hysterical person to just relax. Well, just relax, yeah.
Fanula hates it when I tell her to breathe,
Yeah.
Jen. When she's
Don't-
having an absolute hissy fit and I say, hey, you're a little bit worked up. Let's just take a breath. Don't tell me to breathe!
I think that while you're saying we could be doing this on Motivational Monday, but maybe it's Inspirational Thursday. First, we have a little bit of genital talk at the beginning, and then we get around to some
Yeah, the circumcision
inspirational.
was a great, and the lampshade, I think, solid beginning to Thursday.
But I think when you talk about worry less, what you really mean is trying to become conscious of how much you're worrying, and really think about if it's necessary or not. And most worrying is unnecessary in the sense that it's not really helping you to avoid something or move in the right direction. It's only beneficial to there. Joan wants several people have requested a heckler story, so maybe tomorrow since everyone's going to be drunk tomorrow at happy hour, we'll do a heckler story. How about that?
Okay, and I have a thought, but I've just been quietly opening my mouth to cue the signal that I had
awesome.
a thought.
You could also
Yeah.
put a finger up if you
And
want.
I thought just me with a kind of
Just
a
have a
guppy
thought.
open mouth would be kind
All
of
right,
funny.
how is it?
I remember doing an acting class once, and this teacher, I mean, she just was, she said, so what you do before you speak is you go,
You always do that?
I mean, it's like, hey, Jen, I think there are more things. This was another Jen. I think her name was Jen. There are more things that you do than just go, intake of breath before you talk. But that's what I was doing then. But quietly, to be super respectful of you, Jerry, to not be a dickhead while you were talking and, I was waiting quietly. Quietly, so quietly, just like a guppy with my mouth open. So what I was going to say is, talking about the worrying thing and talking about Varinus, the situation that we're in right now, is that I find that obviously Varinus has given us so many things to worry about. And we were watching John Oliver last night and he was talking about all the evictions that are about to happen. And that was absolutely kind of like... So there is so much to worry about. But then the other thing that's happened with Varinus is we are so out of control of the situation. All we can do is shelter in place to take care of ourselves and each other, wear our masks, socially distance, not be around, people as much as possible, when we are, I was actually kind of mad at the supermarkets. I'm like, we're not socially distanced enough in this line. I don't feel good with that lady, that Sheila, that was sexist. There's 2 feet in front of me. But anyway, so I feel like the Varinus has obviously brought a huge amount of worry, but in another way, I'm worrying less because I'm so out of control. So it really is, that one day at a time.
Well, and also I think that...
Was that helpful for anyone? I don't know.
It was helpful for me.
I was hoping you'd say that. If you hadn't and I'd done that great big long monologue and then I looked over at you and you just gave me a dirty look, I think I would have burst into tears.
What if I just said, nah?
Well, that would have been fair enough because that's the kind of thing I do to you. So that would have been completely... If you just looked at me like, nah, Belinda.
So Jeff has composed a new jazz piece with his Roland Phantom 8 keyboard, which I'm not sure what that is. Sounds fantastic. And he's linked us to SoundCloud.
Oh,
so everybody
cute.
can check that out.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Jazz capitalized Jazz Fest. That means that she'll be taking a drink. And Clinton likes to end each episode with a new hat. Yeah, masks and hats.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was going to come in today. I did have an impulse to wear my mask just to sort of promote mask wearing.
Scott is asking how hard it is to not say Varinus when you talk to civilians. And I think...
Really hard. Oh, my God. I say it all the time. I go, the coronavirus.
I've just given up on trying not to say Varinus. I just say Varinus, and then if people... Most of the time, people don't even question you about it. You just say it, and they think you've made a mistake or they enjoy it. Ramon wants you to repeat that advice because he was very worried and he missed it, and now he's worried that he did miss it.
You've just got to worry less, and take it easy. You got to one day at a time. You got a 12-stepper, man. You got to one day at a time. You got to keep it simple and take it easy. And when simple and take it easy.
And when you see people doing something stupid, which is almost every day, you go out, somebody's doing a stupid thing or that you think is stupid. And by the way, this could be you're a person who thinks masks are ridiculous. You see people wearing masks, just let it go. Just let it go. If someone's not wearing a mask, you wish they were wearing a mask, let it go. You don't need to be a cop. As my friend Alan Havey, who was here and watching the show earlier, likes to say, he doesn't do adult education. I don't do adult education. I'm not going to yell at people.
Yeah, I have been trying to take on that too, Alan, the don't do adult education, and watching those people standing up at that, town hall, whatever it was in Florida, about why they shouldn't have to wear masks, because God's breathing apparatus works perfectly by itself. And now, of course, Abbott, the governor of Texas, who was, not into mask wearing, has had to tell everybody in Texas, hey, you have to wear a mask because I would actually like as many Texans as possible to survive.
And in fact, just about this Abbott character, we all know Costello is the funny one.
Yeah. So sorry, Abbott.
Although they couldn't have done it without each other.
Yeah.
All right.
We're ready for
where are we at? Oh God, I think we've done a long show. The problem is without the logo, I don't have the timer on the whole thing.
I can see where we're at time wise, and this thing is really falling down on my head.
And keep your Xanax prescription up to date to pick up.
Yeah.
So today's. You always want to cheat and read it.
I don't. I just look over your shoulder to see who it's from.
Today's Seize the Day. Could I have the Seize the Day hat, please? Could I wear the hat for the end?
Yes. Let me put it on your head.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Put it at a jaunty angle.
Yeah, there we are. I bought this hat at Disneyland when I was a teenager. If you can believe that. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking. Today's Seize the Day, thank you, Rachel, is from John Bon Jovi.
That guy.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm just going to do an adjustment. I think it's good when it goes forward a little bit.
And John Bon Jovi, all right, everybody's talking about their prescriptions that they picked up. Flavia, yes, I'm glad you enjoyed the long show. Hopefully we'll have the logo back in business tomorrow. Thanks you to Clinton, Reno, and to today's Seasons Day from John Bon Jovi. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time away thinking about yesterday's blues. Don't waste your time away thinking about yesterday's blues. Whether you're living your life forwards or in reverse, I think that's solid advice. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Pretty solid.
Where
yeah,
you at?
A little bit.
Where you at?
Yeah.
Are we in
I'm
the
like,
8s on the marriage now, do you think?
Oh, I think we got to the 7s.
All right.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough Thursday night, but I think...
No, it'll be fine. I really want to go for a swim at the beach, though, because it's hot.
All right.
So
well, we'll see.
If you can make that dream come true, you'll be back in the 9s, like nobody's
I'm going
business.
to drag you down to the ocean and throw you in the water.
You don't have to drag me down. I'll walk quite happily and willingly. I'm
Okay,
into it.
well, I don't know what
Hey,
you mean
guys,
by make that dream come true. I love
Well,
you.
yeah.
I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Bye, everybody. Great
Okay.
to see you. Happy Thursday.
Okay. All right.